So this is going to be part 2 of last week's haul. There was just so much of it, I couldn't get through it all in one video. So here we go. I was so excited to see this house. This is the artist home of some neighbors of mine in Mexico, and their house in Mexico is super cool. So I knew their house in Washington State was going to be equally cool. So not only did it have a ton of art on the inside, which you could see in last week's video, but the exterior of the property was just stunning. When they bought it, it was a junk heap and it had a ton of garbage and everything was overgrown, and little by little they got it together, and now it is this beautiful oasis that's studded with all these art pieces throughout and all of these wonderful little paths through the woods. So such a nice excursion. So on the way back, I decided to stop at this little Carrie's Collectable, which is out in the middle of nowhere, and I've actually found things here before, so I thought it was worth the stop, and I really wasn't in any rush whatsoever to get back. It's a super cute little antique store in like probably a converted gas station at one point, and everything was really nicely curated, but honestly, the prices were not for me, but you just never know what you may find. Even in an antique store or an antique mall, a lot of times there will be some treasures even to be found there which are marked at a price that's way below their actual value. So whenever there's time and there's opportunity, it's worth actually checking out, even if you are a reseller. Malls in particular are great places to unearth items that you know, are again priced at less than what they should be. So I had fun looking, but honestly, these are the only 2 little items I picked up. I have a thing about hands, and so I decided that I couldn't leave empty-handed, no pun intended. So I found these 2 little hands. This one is glass, like a milk glass, and then this one is kind of more of a porcelain one. They're both vintage, and I'm going to say they're probably from the 1940s, maybe 1950s. I'd say probably more like 1950s, and they're just cute. They're like little trinket trays, and so you can put little pieces of jewelry in there or change or what have you. Anyways, I've had these before and I've sold them online, and they do really well. So I think I'm probably gonna charge maybe like $23 on this one because it's bigger, and maybe $20 on this one. This one actually still has the original tag. It was made in Japan, so Japan actually made a lot of novelty ceramic items, including like a ton of salt and pepper shakers, which I know I mentioned in the last video. So anyways, super cute. And I think I paid maybe like $6 a piece for those. Saturday morning, the day before Mother's Day, I picked up my sister. I already had my niece, and we took off. This was the first sale that we went to before we hit the ferry, and upstairs it was kind of empty, but I did find these really cute pillowcases. I love the blue and the little flowers on them. I thought they were really sweet. And they had a ton of other linen, but I thought I would just try those. I've never really bought like sheets or pillowcases like that. Like I said, the upstairs was pretty empty, and I thought this was going to be a total bust. But then I decided to go downstairs in the basement where they had quite a few tables full of stuff. I picked up these little trivets. I thought they were super cute. Very boho. So there was a little bit of everything, kind of a mishmash. That little wire table, though, was super cute. I didn't even think to ask how much that was. It's probably very vintage. The lady was like in her late 80s. I did pick that up, even though I didn't feature it in the video. And then they had a big shelf full of clocks. So I picked up 3 clocks. And they work, which is great. I can't guarantee that they keep accurate time, but they do work, and clocks are really collectible. Then we were in Seattle, and we went to another estate sale. This house, it was a little brick house, but it did have a view, if I remember right, and it was $1.2 million. The real estate market in Washington is craziness. I thought about getting that lipstick holder, but even though it's in that Hollywood Regency style that I like to pick up, it looked a little cheap to me, so I didn't grab it. So this was, I think, their second day, and they were doing 50% off on everything. And I did get some few things. I didn't pick up that copper pitcher, even though it was cute, and I left behind most of this brass, except for that little plate right there. Let me tell you, it is challenging to film when you're both trying to film and trying to buy stuff. So these were in the last video. They're now in the store. I'm going to price them at $175. I had a similar set of Hollywood Regency lamps, but in green, and that's what I had them priced at, and they sold in about a month. So whenever we're doing like extensive garage sales or estate sales like this, you know, I try to only buy what I really, really love. I did think this tea set was really pretty, but the teapot actually had a chip in it. And amazingly, I guess there is some tea sets, like teacup sets, that are very valuable. That I should have picked up for $2. It was never used. It was brand new, and it really it has that mid-century modern vibe. I was kind of interested in these, but in the end, I didn't think that they were interesting enough for me to buy. All the little critters. And those were definitely like from the 1960s. Just up the street was another sale, and again, I thought this was going to be a bust. I didn't think we were going to pick up anything here, but I got some really cool things here, including a Bakelite bracelet. I couldn't believe I found a Bakelite bracelet, which I don't know if you're familiar with Bakelite, but they can be very expensive. They run anywhere from $60 for a skinny bangle all the way up to like $800, $900 for a heavily carved Bakelite bangle. So we made it to our Airbnb pretty late, like 7 p.m. And we watched a movie. And then the next morning, before we went to my daughter's, we stopped by the flea market, which is located in the town of Marysville, Washington. And it was so much fun. This is really where I hit the mother lode. So see that butterfly belt? I picked that up. I think that was my very first purchase. I bought that that butterfly belt buckle. This guy's stand was really cool. He had so many really cool smalls here, lots and lots of jewelry, lots of brass items, but my favorite, he had a ton of silver and turquoise, and I actually wound up buying a ring from him for myself, but I also bought 8 heavily carved brass rings from, I think they're from Thailand or Bali, but I bought 8 of them, and because people at our customers at the store love like big gaudy rings, so they're big, and then they have they're inset with stones. But I can't wait to go back and hit this guy's stand again. I hope he's there the next time I go, because there was so many cool things there, and there was a ton of people shopping. I just didn't even know where to set my eyes or what to buy, because I wanted everything, like that money clip and that sterling silver necklace with a little turquoise bead. He had watches and pens and pendants. And then we get to the ring box. There were so many rings. Anyways, oh, that's the ring that I bought. I love it. Flea markets are a true treasure hunt. What's really great about them is there's so many vendors, and you never know what you're gonna find there. I have had really great luck at this particular flea market. I just sold just a couple months ago a velvet piano scarf. I think I paid like $5, and I got like $145. And see that bracelet right there? I was instantly intrigued with it. It was super cool. Well, come to find out, it was a novelty bracelet that was made in Morocco that is actually listed right now. I saw similar ones for up to $110. So of course I had to buy that one. I don't think I would buy, or I don't think I bought anything else from this guy, but I also didn't dig deep enough. This particular vendor, she had so many cool items that were right down the alley of my store, things that I love to pick up for the store, like just the fun, funky, fabulous textiles and interesting items. Unfortunately, her prices were more like reseller prices. So, I mean, she probably is a reseller. And honestly, that's kind of the name of the game, is somebody buys something, then they resell it to another reseller who resells it to another reseller, which I never knew. I never really was aware of that before I opened this store, but that is pretty typical. So I really loved looking at her items. That purse was $25, which actually is a steal for that purse, but I don't know, I thought it was a little steep, and I had already spent so much money, so I passed on that. But honestly, that's actually a really good deal. And I love that black textile with the flowers on it. I really love that. But she wanted $165 for that. So that was like way over my price range. That's probably what I would charge if I sold that online. But like I said, I loved looking at her stall. I found these onyx bookends, and so they have like these native tribal little statuettes on them, right, in white onyx, and then the rest is kind of this creamy onyx. They're really pretty. I'm gonna put probably $55 on them, and anyways, I think they would look great on a bookcase. At that same garage sale, I found these two little trivets. So there's nothing really fancy about them, but I just thought they were cute. Sometimes I see things and I actually get almost like this vision of the kind of person that would buy them, and I could just see like this, you know, maybe somebody in their first place and they see these and they're like, God, these are so cute, they're so vintage. The other brass item I picked up is this little bathtub. So obviously somebody actually used it for soap, which I think that's what you're supposed to use it for. I had one actually not too long ago, and that one sold really, really quickly online. So I think this one will as well. I mean, it would be cute in a bathroom, but you could also use it like in a, you know, on your vanity or in your office to hold little paper clips and things like that. So I just think it's super cute. I'm probably gonna put like $25 on that, and it will go online. Another garage sale find that I couldn't leave behind was this French sign that says Monsieur. So anybody that knows me knows that my favorite city is Paris. Secondarily, it's San Francisco, which I used to live south of San Francisco, but I love this blue enamel tin. It's not old. You could see like there's no wear on the back, but I love it. I think it's so cute. And anyways, I had to pick it up. I paid $5 for it, and I will probably price it at $30. So if you ever get a chance to come and visit us in person in Poulsbo at the store, you'll notice that we carry a lot of clothing, shoes, hats, purses, as well as jewelry. And so I'm always on the hunt for jewelry, and I always have really good luck. But you know, that's maybe like a 1 hour haul to just do 1 week's worth of jewelry. And so usually I don't share that, but let me just show you a couple of the items that I picked up jewelry wise that I think you'll like. So one of them is this wonderful belt in this kind of like silver metal. Isn't that really pretty? They're butterflies. And then another one I thought was super cute was this kind of hand-tooled leather band, bracelet band. It's so cute. Look, like it's got a little flower. It's got all these different colors. I just know it's gonna be like a teenage girl that's just gonna fall in love with it. I'll take this one into the store and I'll probably put maybe like, I don't know, maybe like $12. This one is interesting. It's like a big heavy chain, and it's got these lions on them. And I think it's a choker. Like, look at that. Like, is that crazy? And I have to tell you, the reason I picked this up is because I follow Laura Caldwell from she used to have a show with Selena, The Recycled Life. You may know them, they're on YouTube. Or they were on YouTube, and now she has West Coast Revivals, which is her individual show, and she's so into lions. And so anyways, lions, because of her show, that they now intrigue me. So when I saw this, I totally thought of Laura Caldwell. So I do think it's super cool. It's very, very 80s, and I just love it. I think I'll probably put this online, and I'll probably put $35 on it. I typically don't show you clothes, but I did want to show you a couple of items. So here is one item. It's these super cool suede boots. And look, they are embossed with some leather and this super cool design. both on the front and on the back, and this little tassel on the side. So aren't these so cute? So these will go to the store, and I will price these probably at $35 because I think that they are that stylish. These ones, so these are red leather boots. I don't know what size they are. I'm gonna say they're probably 7.5, maybe 8, but I love them. Look at that, they're so wonderful. Red, sassy, they're just sassy boots. These will go into the store, and I will price these at $45. When we were leaving the flea market, we were on the exit, kind of the exit lane to leave. I looked over my shoulder and I spotted this, and I pulled over. I had to jump out of the car and run and buy it because I thought it was really cool. I think I bought a second one, and that one's still at the store, but I wanted to show you this one. So it's so pretty. Just a minute. It's this wonderful basket. Look how big it is. Like, it is a great big tote. And I honestly don't know if I want to get rid of it. It's so awesome. It was funny because when I was at the store, you know, I had taken everything with me that I had gotten over the week to do 2 videos, right? I was going to do part 1 and part 2, and it was so busy that day that I only got part 1 done, and I was packing up stuff in this basket, and I had these customers in there, and one of them wanted to buy this basket so badly, but I wasn't ready to let it go because I honestly don't know. Maybe I want to keep it, right? Like, do I need it? I don't know. Maybe I'll live with it for a week, and maybe I'll decide to sell it. But if I do, I'll take it to the store, and I mean, I will probably put $55 on it because that's what I like to do, is Hallmark stuff at a higher price, because you know what? And because if it doesn't sell, I'll just keep it, right? And then that just is a sign from the universe it's supposed to be mine. So some more pieces of jewelry I wanted to show you were all of these rings. Look at those. They are blingy and boho-ish and just amazing, right? So these I got from the flea market, and they are actually made in Thailand or Bali. I can't remember which country he said that they were made in, but I loved them. I loved them because they're big and they're gaudy and they're fancy, right? Look at this one. Look at that. That is cool. And these ones, look at that. So super cool. I paid good money for these. I thought it was worth it, and I think they're probably made of brass, and they really remind me of the couple of rings that I picked up in Mexico, which I don't know if I have a picture of them, but if I do, I'll post it. But I will bring them to the store, and these will probably run $30 to $35 a piece. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I sure enjoyed sharing everything with you. Whenever I share with you, it just helps me relive the fun moments that happened when I was actually finding these incredible things. If you get a chance to go out thrifting or garage sailing or to a flea market, I hope the junking gods are with you and that you find some fabulous things. And so anyways, I will talk to you later, most likely next week.